Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The highest illusion is the illusion of wisdom. We think we know everything. We think I am very good. We think that there is nothing short in me. And this is how we become a big problem for ourselves. So here, this discussion about a master through whom God is expressing is given. In Bhagavad Gita, there is one slok which I like the most. Like every slok is best, but the one which I like the most is in the 18th chapter, where it is mentioned, Brahma bhuta prasannatma na shochati na kankshati Samaha sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim labate param. Brahma bhuta means what? The one through whom the God is expressing. Brahma bhuta. Now what are the symptoms? Like the other day I told you, when we go to the doctor doesn't ask us, what is your disease? He asks us, what are the symptoms? And from the symptoms he infers what could be the disease. In the same manner, how do we know that we are the channel through which divinity is expressing in full glory? How do we know? Everybody thinks I am good. Everybody thinks I only know perfectly, others are fools. So here the teacher gives. First symptom that the Lord is expressing through us is prasannatma. Prasannatma means ever cheerful. Nothing in this world will ever disturb such a person. Cheerful means, number one, living at zero complaint level. No complaint about anything. Cheerful and happy means zero expectations. Cheerful and happy means give yourself minimum choice. More the choice we give, more miserable we are. Less the choice we give, less miserable we are. Don't you give any choice, accept the world as it is. You are happiest. Brahma bhuta prasannatma. Prasannatma doesn't mean what we see on the TV. All kinds of funny things. Like yesterday, when I was somewhere for lunch or dinner, that, American fun video, they showed me that. And my understanding about American fun was confirmed. There is no wit, there is no humor. There is only physicalness. Somebody is going and he falls and it's like small kids. See, friends, there is no wisdom in that. There is no wit, there is no humor. See? So that is not happiness. See, we are laughing at the cost of somebody's misery. See, friends. Therefore, prasannatma means, meaning you are at peace with yourself. A person who is at peace with himself alone can be at peace with the whole world. A person who is at war with himself cannot be at peace with the world. Such people, those who are not at peace with themselves, they reach extremes. One extreme is they commit suicide. Other extreme is they become violent. Like, rabies is two types. Silent rabies and violent rabies. In case of the violent rabies, the dog will start barking and shouting and biting. In case of the silent one, the dog will remain quiet and all the time the saliva will be dripping. And if the saliva comes in contact with you, you get the rabies virus. See, friends. So, prasannatma means you are at peace with yourself. Brahma bhuta prasannatma. Now give an example, sir. Best example, how can we understand that I am at peace with myself? Okay, take this example. The space is at peace with itself. Meaning what? Whatever may be the shape, whatever may be the size, everything is supported by the space. But the space does not get influenced by any one of them. Because the space is at peace with itself. Brahma bhuta prasannatma. Now, the further symptoms. Na shochati doesn't bring the dead past in the present. This is one of the most important spiritual practice. All the time we keep on talking about our past. See? Na shochati, all gone is gone for good. Don't bring the past. See, in the 4th chapter, Bhagavan Krishna says, Api chedasi papebhya sarvebhya papakruttamaha sarvam jnanaplavenaiva vruchinam santarishasi. Even if you have committed the highest kind of crimes and you have obtained doctorate in coming sins, yet you are qualified for liberation. How it could be done? Drop your past. Don't carry the burden on your head. See, friend, na shochati. The next symptom of God realization, na kankshati. No expectations of any kind from anyone in this world. All these things put together is what? Be happy where you are. That's all. Like the other day I told you, Indians, when they are here in USA, they talk about India. When they go to India, they talk about USA. And both the places, they are methodically miserable. See, you have to accept the things as they are. See, as it is said, when you are in Rome, be like Romans. When you are in America, wash dishes. This is the rule. So there is no choice, and be happy with it. Na shochati na kankshati. Then, samaha sarveshu bhuteshu. The 4th symptom. Equanimity towards everything and being. Let us stop this habit of labeling, evaluating, giving opinions. One of the most important things in life. Samaha sarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labhate param. Such a master has attained parabhakti. This all description and at length explanation I gave you only to tell that from this verse number 13 up to verse number 19, this is the description of a master who has attained parabhakti. One is aparabhakti, wherein we do the puja, poti, chanting, arti, and then parayan, upavas. This is aparabhakti, that is upasana. It is not devotion. Devotion is this. So the one who has attained this parabhakti, his life is described here. Mad bhakti lavate param, param bhakti. In apara bhakti, the sadhana bhakti, the God is kept separate from you. He is not one with us. In para bhakti, we disappear. कबीर जी कहते हैं, says, जब मैं था तब हरि नहीं, अब हरि है मैं नाही. See how simple it is. Para bhakti is wherein the small I.com disappears and only the absolute remains. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, Ahaminasha bhaji aham taya spurati vrut swayam paramapurna sad. When the small little I disappears, the absolute manifests. Therefore, this parabhakti is the description given here, and this becomes our spiritual practice. So, in the 15th mantra, the practice is given, Yasmanno dvijate loko, lokanno dvijate chayaham, harshamarsha bhayodvegaihi, muktaha yassacha me priyaha. These are the two most important things. Yasmanno dvijate lokaha, yasman lokaha na udvijate. People are not fed up of our presence. See? Many times we become kind of a black sheep in a white flock. We have to remain extremely aware that we are not a source of nuisance to anybody. I tell you how we practice it, because I keep on moving around the world. And therefore, those who are traditional type of people, they have got too many do's and don'ts. So in one place I went and somebody asked me, one elderly orthodox person, Swamiji, when you travel in the flight, what do you eat? I said, whatever they give me, I eat. You eat outside food? I said, yes, I have got certain rules. What is that? I eat only outside food. You eat only outside food? Yes. Why? Because I have no home. What you call as your home food is outside food for me. See, friends, if I go and stay with the people and give 101 rules, see, that the lady should not come in front of me, and then I should not eat this, I should not have this, I should not do this thing, that thing, then go in a cave and stay there. If you are living in the society, we must be able to adapt ourselves. See, friends, yasmanno dvijate lokaha. Many places our lifestyle and behavior is so difficult that people get fed up. Yasmanno dvijate lokaha. Therefore, one has to remain extremely aware. Is anybody troubled because of us? The moment you become aware of it, change it. Drop everything. And see that we are not a source of nuisance to anybody. God's devotee cannot be a source of nuisance to anybody. Yasmanno dvijate lokaha. Lokanno dvijate chayaha. The other way around. But he is able to adapt everywhere. Therefore, he has no problem with anything or anybody. How simple it is. That these things happen. Why we are not able to adapt ourselves or become a source of nuisance? Because we are very obsessed. One example I'll give you. Bengalis cannot live without eating meat. They have to eat meat. So, one day I was in some Bengali family. They have called me for food. And the plate was brought and I sat on the table and eating the food. After 5 minutes, that lady's son got his plate and sat next to me. In his plate there was fish, there was chicken and everything. So that mother got very annoyed. When you know somebody doesn't eat, why did you bring it? Oh. And instead of enjoying the food, I was enjoying the firework. Then I said, look here, be cool first of all. I am not compelling him to eat vegetarian. I asked him, hey, am I compelling you? He said, no. He is not compelling me to eat non-vegetarian. So why should I worry about him? He should worry about me. Yes, I should worry. If in place of a carrot, he picks up my finger and eats, then I should worry. Otherwise it is okay. Don't become obsessed with anything in life. Obsession is biggest difficulty. Yasmannodvijate lokaha lokannodvijate jayaha. See? Similarly, onion, garlic. There are people who are extremely strict. So when they are there, in front of them, I don't take onion, I don't take garlic, I don't take anything. Swami, you don't take, isn't it? Yes, I don't take. Why you don't take? I said, because people don't give me. See, friends, these are all obsessions. Because of that we suffer in life. Yasman no dvijate lokaha loka no dvijate jaya. Another important thing. Be very attentive. Where our job is done, leave that place instantaneously. Don't hang around after the job is done. Very important. People have to tell us how much you take to leave this place. See, friends, where we are not required, we should not be. Where our comments are not required, don't give comments. See, friends, these are very subtle things, very simple things. But these things, when they are not observed, then the whole samsara begins. Yasman no dvijate lokaha loka no dvijate jayaha. And harsha, amarsha, bhaya, udvegaihi muktaha. And he who is free from excessive excitement. See? You must have seen some people, they become so excited, both extreme excitement and extreme depression, both lead to destruction. How extreme excitement or happiness, which we cannot control, leads to destruction. Take an example. There was one person, a chronic bachelor. And a chronic bachelor is always in search of a sister-in-law, Bhabiji, so that he gets good food and all that. One day he went to his friend was a doctor, and his friend told me, "Yaar, I got a problem." He said, "Doctor, what problem you have?" He said, "My problem is, the lottery has come in favor of my wife. It is 10 crores of rupees. Now I am worried how to tell her. If she will know she has won the lottery jackpot of 10 crores of rupees, she will not stand it, she will die. I don't know what to do. You don't worry, I'll take care. I'll take care, don't worry." And then he goes to, "Bhabiji, how are you? How are you? Everything fine?" "Yes, bhaiya, please sit down." "Well, give me some cup of tea and nice garam pakoda." "Okay, sit down." And now he is preparing himself. How to tell. She has prepared tea, kept in front of him. And then he says, "Suppose you get a lottery of 10,000 crores of rupees. What will you do?" So she said, "Bhaiya, why are you making fun of me?" No, just tell me, what will you do?" She said, "I'll give you 50%. And he dies. One has to be able to sustain the impact of excessive happiness. See? Harsha, amarsha. Amarsha is intolerance. Many times we are unable to tolerate the things. See? Tolerance is discovered and developed by one technique. I'll tell you, this is a very simple technique. When you do on a regular basis pranayam, by pranayam, your patience increases. When we lack patience, we cannot tolerate. See? Some people want the things to happen with a click of a mouse. It doesn't happen. And then we become agitated, angry and frustrated. So patience is extremely necessary. And when we practice pranayam, you cannot be doing it hurriedly. You have to go very slow and steady. Therefore, develop these various techniques by which we can discover patience and tolerance. And then bhaya, the fear. Fear is the worst kind of enemy that we have in our system. A person who is carrying the burden of fear, it is a psychological catch. And in that fear, they have some kind of imagination that somebody is after me, somebody wants to kill me. And because of that, they are leading a fearful life. And in that fearfulness, they start suspecting everyone around them because of the fear. In one house in Allahabad in India, I went to somebody's house and a big table, we all sat together, and they had a huge structure, their only eldest son, huge one, 6 plus 4 plus, and doing nothing. So I told him, Mahatmaji, join for food, you take. I said, okay, I have come for that only. So the mother got annoyed. See Swamiji how he behaves. He doesn't have manners. He's useless, he's good for nothing. And you will see now further, this is not yet over. So we started taking food. Where his father has taken food, he told his father, get up, get up, get up, get up. Now he was such a huge one. Father was Agarbatti brand. Out of fear he got up. And he said, you sit in that plate which was meant for him. He ate only that food what was eaten by his father, not anything else. Because he had that fear in him. Everybody is after me to kill me. When this element of fear enters in your system, you cannot enjoy life. Therefore, harsha marsha bhayodvegaihi muktaha yas sachame priyaha. All these things are no more available to this great devotee of the Lord. He is really dear to me. Now see, who is dear to God? This type of people. Not the one who are constantly cranky and Ram, 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 Ram and shouting at everybody. About this I tell you these cartoons of devotion. In one place, Marwadi house, 3-4 storied house, and all the brothers, everybody staying together. I was staying on the ground floor in a room. One day, one sweet little girl, maybe about 8 years or 7 years, she came to my room. I was doing something on my computer. She closed the door. I looked at her, hey, what is that? Swamiji, I want to talk to you. Wow, such a small girl and talk to me in closed door? I said, why did you close the door? No, I don't want anybody to see me talking to you. I said, all right. What is special? Then she said, is your Krishna a rascal? I said, go ahead. Is he criminal? Is he bad? I said, what is the source of your information, my dear? She said, my grandmother. How come? See the observation of the child. When she goes in her temple room for doing puja, she is there for 3 hours. All the things, what she does, we do not know. When she comes out of that temple room, then whole day, dhum dhadaka, shouting at everybody and hitting the children and abusing the servants. See? So I say, so what? Therefore I am thinking, when she is with Krishna and she comes back with this load. See friends, it is a great responsibility to be a devotee. You say that I am a devotee of the Lord and our behavior is so terrible, we bring bad name to devotion and to the God. So, anapeksha shuchir dakshaha udasino gatavyathaha sarvaramba parityagi yo madbhaktasya me priyaha. Such a devotee of me is dear to me. Now who is this? Anapekshaha. Anapekshaha, he who does not have any expectations of any kind from anybody. I'll tell you about this. Once somewhere on the airport, one person, young IT fellow met me. He said, Swamiji, how come you are here? I said, by default. Now, some question has to be answered. So I answered. Then, I am your fan. I said, telling lies. He said, no, I am really your fan. I said, why are you not moving? Keep moving. Fans move. No, I want to ask you, you have been running around the world and talking on Gita, Upanishad so many years, but the people don't change. Don't you feel bad about it? Isn't it? Parents feel bad when their children don't listen to them, is it not? So you have been talking so many years, but nobody changes. Don't you feel bad about it? I told her, look here, I am not mad. On the contrary, I don't want people to change. I want the people to continue to be miserable. That is the only way my market is maintained. If you all become wise, where will I go? You know the prayers of the doctors? Sarve bhavantu roginaha, not sukhinaha. Then only they can survive. If everybody is healthy, the doctors become patient. Therefore, when I am talking here, I don't care whether you learn or you don't learn, whether you improve or not. It is my need, my seva to the Lord, in and through this sadhana. That's it. Anapekshaha. See, this I learned many years before, when I was new in my profession. Must be within 15 days or so. Somebody invited me for lecture, I went. And thereafter they said, our relation is in Gurgaon. You go there and we have made arrangements and your lectures will be there. You go. So they gave me one bus ticket and I sat in the bus and reached there. Their house, by rickshaw, pulling rickshaw. And when I went, those people were waiting. Oh, somebody, you have come. Very good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I was so happy I am welcome. And their bus was ready. They said, now we are all going to Haridwar or Rishikesh for Yatra. Our grandfather is at home. You can talk to him whatever you want to talk. So he will also have a company. You will also have a place to stay. And the maid servant will come and cook the food and you can eat, okay? And please don't feel bad because he can't hear. And they went. Now for me, jaun to jaun kahan? What do I do? So I was very frustrated. And in that frustration, I went to a temple like this. And I was standing, there was one old pujari, proper, real devotee of the Lord. And he said, Beta, tum kahan se aaye ho? Where from you have come? Because I was young that time. So I wanted to vomit out the frustration. So I started talking. See, these people called me, all of them went away. How can I talk to that old man? And old man understands nothing. Oh. Then he said, look here, do you know you have studied Bhagavad? Yes. Who was the speaker? Shukdevji. And who was the audience? Parikshit. So that satsanga was 1:1. And after you talk, is it necessary that those who are listening, they will change? No. Then why you are talking? That is your sadhana. So you sit before that deaf man, old man, and talk and learn this principle. When you do anything in this world, don't expect world will change because of your words. See, friends, anapekshaha, don't expect anything from anyone in this world. Anapeksha, shuchihi. Shuchi means external cleanliness coupled with inner purity. Our external cleanliness is spray. See? They never take bath on their head. Probably they don't have head. Every day you must take a head bath. You'll feel so fresh. No, but then the hairdo will become undo. You have to remain fresh externally and also internally purity of purpose. These two things together. External cleanliness and inner purity together is called as shaucha. So, anapeksha, shuchihi, then dakshaha. A devotee, daksha means ever alert. Normally we have got this funny notion about devotee. Devotee means, he just doesn't understand anything and Bhagavad ji aa gaye. No. We have to remain extremely alert in life. Alertness is our proximity to the divine. Shuchi dakshaha. Alertness about what? Alertness about the following things. Number one, when we are interacting with the world, are we gathering impressions on the mind in the form of likes and dislikes? Are we creating friends and enemies? Are we getting lost in this world? Are we gathering many desires? Are we becoming frustrated? We have to remain extremely daksha, alert, what is happening in the mind while interacting with the world. Anapeksha, shushi dakshaha, then udasinaha. Next one. Be attentive. You all must have heard the word witnessing consciousness. They call it Sakshi Chaitanya. Remain as a witness. Witnessing consciousness. I worked on it for years together. One day it clicked. This witnessing consciousness doesn't help. Then the second one came, this udasina. Remain indifferent. Be attentive. I am looking at you. I know every one of you, but I don't interact on you. That is called as being a witness. So a witness is going through the experience, but he is not allowing the experience to create any impression on the mind. That is called a witness. Udasina, indifferent means what? Indifferent means you are not concerned about anything around you. Whether you are listening or not listening, whether you are there or not, doesn't matter. Udasina. Therefore, when we remain udasina, you will see nothing in this world will even be recognized by us. Example is given in the scriptures by Mahatmas, meaning like an elephant, when he is put a garland around him, whether the garland falls on the floor or it remains there, he doesn't care for that. Udasina. Therefore, this ability to remain indifferent is a great ability. Don't get involved with anything or anybody. Live your life, let others live their life. Udasina gatavyathaha. Gatavyathaha is miseries come in our life. We go through the experiences of miseries, but we refuse to be miserable. This is the difference. Gatavyathaha. It is not a kind of a numbness. No, experiences are happening, good and bad, joy and sorrows, but they do not make a personality out of the experiences. Therefore, gatavyathaha. Sarvarambha parityagi. Now the next one. Sarvarambha parityagi. A devotee does not begin anything and get lost in that. See, friends, limit yourself to the spiritual path. There are many things in this world. See, nobody in the world has ever told any Mahatma, you please start a school. You please start an ashram. Please start a temple. Nobody has told. It is their own khujli. See, And once they start it, they are lost in that. There is one person, he was extremely dispassionate, went to Tiruvannamalai Ramana Maharshi's ashram and observed Mauna, like Bhagavan Ramana was Maunam. For 18 years, he wanted to follow that. So he observed Maunam. For 1 year, 2 years, 2.5 years, then I happened to go to nearby place. So he sent me SMS. May I come and attend a satsang with you? I said, yeah, please come. Your arrangements will be made in my place where I am staying. He came and attended the satsang and all that, went back. And then he said, Swamiji, I have decided to break my Maunam. I said, nobody asked you to go do Maunam. If you break Maunam, how does it matter? It's all in your mind. No, but I want to tell you, but I am afraid of you. I said, don't tell them. And then he wrote me that somebody gave me land, piece, and somebody came forward to give money for compound. And they say, Swamiji, we are with you. Please build the ashram. And for their sake, I am starting the ashram. And I didn't ask you because I know you will bang me. Therefore, I have started, I want your blessings. So I told him, blessings are given before the event happens. After the event happens, it is only the prayer to the Lord. Like before you get married, I can bless you. After you get married, then I pray, oh Lord, sambhal lena. See? After the accident, there is no protection. It's only treatment. See? Therefore, sarvarambha parityagi, don't get involved in this world. Enough is enough. Focus your attention exclusively on your spiritual path. Or anything which will keep you on this. Otherwise, we get lost in divisions and dividing on every small issue. See, friends, please remember this. Sarvarambha parityagi, yo mad bhaktaha same priyaha, such a devotee is dear to me. Many times a question comes. Like this question came before Ramana Maharshi. The followers of Mahatma Gandhi went to Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi and told him, Sir, why don't you tell your devotees to join the freedom movement? So Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi said, have you seen a movie? So the person who approached, they saw, probably he has not understood our question. Every fool thinks his question is the most intelligent. So again he repeated the question. Bhagavan said, I know what you said. Then you answer my question. Have you seen a movie? In that movie, if you see somebody is burning inside a house and house is on fire, will you go with a bucket of water and throw over there? If you are abiding in the truth. Please remember, everything that happens in the world has a divine sanction. Nothing is happening in this world without divine sanction, good or bad. With this strength, if you move in life, you will see you will be at peace all the time. Therefore, sarvarambha parityagi yo mad bhaktaha same priyaha yo na hrishyati na dveshti na shochati na kankshati shubha shubha parityagi bhaktiman yas same priyaha yo na hrishyati. He who is not so happy that he loses his balance, na dveshti, he who does not carry the burden of hatred, na shochati, doesn't carry the burden of the total past, na kankshati, doesn't go on living in the future. 4 things. And all these 4 things pertain only to the mind. First of all, the excitement. Whenever we are extremely excited, we are self-destructive. See? I'll tell you a few principles about mind's functioning and our interaction with the world. Try to practice. Number one, when you are extremely happy, don't promise anything to anybody. Dasharath ji was very happy in that war, what he won. And therefore he promised Kaikeyi, ask me the boons, 3 boons. And because of that, whole Ramayana has happened. See? And if you give a promise to somebody, be like Bhagwan Krishna. Break it if it is not convenient. That's why I like Bhagwan Krishna. Very easy to manage your life. So when you are extremely happy, don't promise anything. When you are angry, don't discuss anything. Simple things. And third, when you are confused, don't decide anything. 3 things. When you work on your mind in this light, you will see that the chances of our going wrong will be minimum. So, yo na rushyati na dveshti, na shochati na kangshati. Rushyati and dveshti, excitement and frustration, both are the disturbed mind. And such a disturbed mind will either go in the past or go in the future. Net result is, it will not remain in the present. That mind which doesn't remain in the present is a frustrated mind. It cannot be a happy mind. Na kangshati shubha shubha parityagi. And for him, in this world, there is nothing like auspicious, inauspicious. Everywhere God's will, the things are happening. In this manner, don't give too much importance to the thing that is happening around. Hold on to the Lord. That is necessary. Shubha shubha parityagi bhaktiman yassame priyaha. Now, coming to the principle of equanimity. Samashatraucha mitrecha tatha manapamanayoho shitoshna sukhudukkeshu samassanga vivarjitaha tulya nindastu dirmauni santushto yena kenachit aniketaha sthiramatihi bhaktiman me priyo naraha. I told you day first yesterday, the disease of humanity is mamata. And the freedom from the disease of humanity, this mamata, is samata. Samatvam yoga uchyate. See friends, samata means what? Be attentive. Our mind remains like a mirror. That is our spiritual practice. Keep the mind like a mirror. Now what is a mirror? Mirror reflects anything that comes in front of it. Number 1. Does not reject anybody or anything. Number 3. Doesn't retain anything. And therefore, mirror does not have history. Mirror does not have past. Therefore, mirror does not have personality. Therefore, mirror is neither holy nor unholy. Now practice this. This is one of the spiritual practice. In Dakshinamurti Stotra, Bhagavad Shankaracharya writes, Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam pashyannatmani mayaya bahirivod bhutam yatha nidraya yas sakshat kurute prabodha samaye swatmanam evadvayam tasmai Sri Gurumurtaye namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye. Like a city reflected in the mirror, the whole world is reflected in me, the pure consciousness. Be attentive. One day, one of my friend, he is ophthalmologist by profession. After listening to one of the talks when we were going, he says, Swamiji, today you told everything is only imagination. I am driving you, not allowing any accident to happen. Is it imagination? I said, first stop the car, then I'll talk. So he stopped the car. Then I told him, please tell me, how an object is seen according to your science of ophthalmology? That object is received through the lens and upside down image is formed on the retina and that image is caught in the mind which is bathing in the light of consciousness, and there the knowledge is that of the image, not of the object. You are not seeing me, I am not seeing you. If the image is not allowed to be formed, there cannot be any knowledge. See, when I close my eyes, no image is formed, no knowledge takes place. If you keep your eyes open, but there is absolute darkness, I am in the dark. So image will not be formed. So I am although present, you can't see me. So what is happening, in fact, we are all leading our life only in images. And these images are formed in the mind. If the mind is disturbed, image also looks to be disturbed. If the mind is at peace, image is perfect as we are. See, friends, therefore, this samatva, whatever you are doing outside in the world, we have to keep attention on the quality of our mind. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, Yoginaha karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva atma shuddhaye. Whatever we are doing, for whom? For what? Are we doing something for the world? Are we doing something for I? Or are we doing whatever we are doing to keep our mind healthy? See, friends, if you don't keep your mind busy, mind will become lazy. So mind has to be kept active, but at the same time, it should not be reactive. Our mind normally reacts, doesn't act. And actions can come if the mind is equanimous. Therefore, here the teacher gives the emphasis on equanimity, that samaha shatrau cha mitrecha. Be equanimous to the friends as well as the enemies. See, friends. In short, in other words, don't create friends and enemies in this world. The day we create friends and enemies, both are a source of misery. If something happens to the friend, we are miserable. If the enemy comes, we are miserable. Therefore, maintain the equanimity, shama shatrauja mitrecha, tatha manapamanayoho. The world treats us in two ways, respect or disrespect. When somebody respects us, this is a very subtle point, be attentive. When somebody respects us, we are not great. The one who is giving respect is greater. Understand this point. Many years before, we are going to Badrinath, and on the way at Rudraprayag, we got down from the bus, 2 bus loads. It was, cold weather, bright sun. So I was standing below one tree. Somebody gave me a cup of tea. So I was sipping it. And there was one doctor, she was the head of the department of radiology or something from Delhi College. She was with me. So in India, people will come and do namaskar to you. The moment they see Babaji, free download, they do namaskar. So she came, and one person came, did namaskar, second, third. So this doctor asked me, Swamiji, unknown people are coming and doing namaskar to you. How do you feel? So I said, Mama, please hold my tea. So she held a cup of tea. Now with the cup of tea, she can't run away. Then I told the next lady to do namaskar. I said, please hold on. She is my mother. I did namaskar to her because I was young and she was elderly lady. Anybody will accept it. So I touched her feet, did namaskar. I said, look here, if you do namaskar to me, you get 1 kilogram of merit. But if you do namaskar to my mother, you get 1 quintal of merit. Now choose. The whole line was diverted towards her. Business, investment. I took my cup of tea and went away. And she was nailed. Now she can't go anywhere. See the frustration. And after, when we are going, she became so angry with me. Swamiji, you are nasty. Why did you do like that? I said, Mama, you asked me a question. How do I feel when unknown people do namaskar? How did you feel? The same way. Be attentive. The one who extends respect and reverence, he is benefited, not the one who receives. It is for this purpose, it is in our interest that respect and revere everyone in this world. How these are all very subtle points, not very difficult. So, tatha manapamanayoho. Somebody will respect, somebody doesn't respect, doesn't matter. Then, shitoshna sukhadukkeshu samaha. The world comes to us in the form of all the opposites. Joy, sorrows, cold, heat, success, failure. This is how the world is. So the wise man, devotee, rooted in this truth, remains equanimous. Sometime difficulties will come, sometime solutions will come. This is how the world is. There is nothing that we can do about it. Only accept it cheerfully or accept it miserably. Acceptance is common. Then Sangha Vivarjitaha. Do not get attached to anything or anybody in this world. Now be attentive. Do not get attached means what? In fact, attachment is an illusion. There is no attachment. See, for example, my eyes are seeing all the colors. White, red, green, blue, dark. Are the eyes attached to any color? Our ears are hearing every sound. Whether it's Bhagavad Gita or a fan's noise, ears are not attached. Our mind is entertaining every kind of thought, good thoughts, bad thoughts. Mind is not attached to any thought. And the conscious principle that we are supporting waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. The consciousness is not attached to any experience. In short, attachment is an illusion. Those who say I am attached, it's an illusion and nothing like attachment. See friends, samasanga vivarjitaha and tulya ninda stutir mauni. So tulya ninda stuti, some people will talk good about you, some will talk bad about you. It is their thing, why should we worry? See? There was a great Mahatma, he was going with his disciple. In a place he stood and asked for bhiksha. So that shopkeeper came out with anger and started abusing that Mahatma. Abuse Namavali. One after another. How many abuses can you give? After some time he became quiet. He said, "You are shameless." Went to his room. And the Mahatma coolly walked away. The disciple was with him. He said, "Sir, if you allow me, I will like to go and settle account with that man. What he thinks of himself." So the Mahatma said, "If you have received something, you must return." "I have not received." See friends, somebody may call you fool, but it is your choice. People are never angry because somebody calls them fool. See, I tell you, many times I don't remember names of the people. So, to hide my ignorance, I address them respectfully. Mahatma ji, how are you? Bhagwan, how are you? Bhagwan, Prabhu. So they feel good and my ignorance is hidden. One day, somewhere, somebody was driving me. I said, "Mahatma ji, dheere chalao, you are going very fast." He said, "Swami ji, why do you call me Mahatma? I am not a Mahatma." I said, "Okay, you fool, drive properly." So when I say you fool, he became angry, not because I called him fool. How come Swamiji also knows that everybody calls me fool? Tulya ninda stutir mauni. Don't get carried away by what people talk. कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना. छोड़ो बेकार की बातें, अपने मस्ती में रहना. This is the truth of life. So, tulya ninda stutir mauni. Mauni is keep quiet. Be attentive. Mauna is the discipline of mind, not the speech. Most of us have got this wrong notion. Mauna is discipline of the speech. And therefore, they will be going with a paper and pen all the time wherever you go, mauna, because then they will say, get me a cup of tea. And when a cup of tea comes, they taste it and again become angry. And then, no sugar in that. Why don't you talk straight away? See, I tell you one of my experience about this Mauni Baba. This happened in Haridwar. I was coming with my friend in a rickshaw. My friend told Swami, in this ashram there is a big Mahatma. Should we take darshan? I said, come, we'll go. We went. Secretary was there. Wherever Mahatma is with a secretary, be careful. So, secretary told, you can't go inside. He is in Maunam. Mahatma is in Maunam. I said, all right. I was very happy. So when we were going out, we walked out of the ashram. Again he came running. Wait. I said, what happened? Mahatma ji called you. I said, how can he call me? He is in Maunam. He said, don't argue. I said, okay, no argument. And thereafter, I said, my friend, I said, Kamandalu, come. He said, no, he cannot come with you. Only you alone can go. I said, enjoy. I am going for sacrifice. I went inside. And that Mahatma was sitting on a huge chair. And for me, because I am a plastic Mahatma, plastic chair was given. And he was so dhira gambhir, serious. He took a paper and pencil and wrote, what is your name? So I read it and wrote, Garbhadananda. Then again he wrote, where from you have come? So I had to write something, I wrote Vrindavan. Then again, where are you staying here? So I told some place, I am staying here. He was writing, I was giving written reply. I forgot I can talk. I was not in Maunam. But then I realized after 3-4 writings, hey, I can talk. And when I realized this, I laughed. And he also laughed. Then I asked him, Maharaji, Maunam, laughing is allowed? Friends, this is a cartoon of Mauna. Bhagavad Sri Krishna says, Mana prasada saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha. The tapasya of the mind is this. Mana prasada, you are ever cheerful. Saumyatvam, you are cool. Maunam, you don't talk to yourself. Talk to others. Don't talk to yourself. But we do the other way around. We don't talk to others. And inside goes on. So when you take a paper and pencil and write, what you are doing, your one organ has gone on leave. Therefore, additional charge is given to another organ. See, friend. Therefore, tulya ninda stutir mauni santushto yena kenachit. Who is at peace with every place, every person under all conditions. Because what is important is, in this world, most important thing is our peace of mind. Don't lose your peace of mind. Let the whole world be on fire. Your peace of mind is more important. See, friends. But our mind is always disturbed. Like, inside we are not one. Inside there is a poultry farm. Going on and on and on and on. Ram. See? Keep yourself shut inside. Santushto yena kenachit aniketaha. He who does not have a house. Niketa means out. Aniketa, no house. See? When you don't have a house, how many problems are solved? All the problems are solved. Aniketa, meaning don't collect too many things around you. Lesser the things you have, happier you will be. Sthiramatihi, and he whose wisdom is steady. For us, our wisdom is available for others. When wisdom made available to others, it is called as philosophy. See, all the married people are philosophers. Socrates said this thing. Every man should get married. If he gets a good wife, he will be happy. If he gets a terrible one, he will become a philosopher. All philosophers are frustrated marriages. So, aniketaha sthiramati, steady in wisdom. And what is the wisdom? Gatasuna gatasuscha nanu shochanti panditaha. Wisdom is, When the miseries come in our life, we refuse to be miserable. That is the wisdom. And Bhaktiman me stira priyo naraha. Such a devotee is dear to me. And concluding, here the teacher says something beautiful. Ye tu dharmyamrutamidam yatoktam paryupasate shraddadhana mat paramaha bhaktate siva me priyaha. Now the last verse is for you and me. Ye, those, majority, plural, idam dharmyamrutam. Whatever we have told you, this is the dharma of the devotee. Dharma amrutam. Ye yathoktam paryupasate. They are not a devotee. But they have started practicing all the things that are said earlier. And how they start in Shraddhadhana. They have complete faith in what I have told. And Mat Parama. They are totally surrendered to me. Such devotees are dearer to me than the other devotees. See, like if you take a grown-up child in a family and a small one. In some families it happened. The first child is 10-15 years and the second child is delayed one, hardly, let us say, 1 year or 2 years. Lot of gap. So the parents give more care to the small one, not the grown-up. In the same manner, Bhagavan says that those who are already devoted to me, I don't give much importance to them. But those who have started walking this path, I especially take care of them. And what is the path devotion? What is said here? Adveshta sarva bhutara maitra karuna evacha. From there, whatever I said, that is the bhakti sadhana. That is the meaning of devotion. See, friends. So let us not have this wrong notion. Devotion means simply putting on various marks on the body or chanting the Lord's name and rest of the time dum dhadaka. No. We have to maintain this equanimity 24/7 in our life. Then alone a real devotee is born. With this, the 12th chapter concludes. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.